All right, here for the post-match press conference with West Texas A&M and Coach. First, congratulations on the tremendous season and valiant effort after that first two-set hole. But introduce your two student athletes with you, and then just your thoughts following the match.
I've got Haley Harden on the far left and Norwich Koo in the middle, both seniors, outside hitter and middle respectively. So, congrats to BYU. Unfortunately, I was right about what I told my team, is they're one of those teams where you look at them and you watch them and they don't look like they have a system, but they do. And you just watch them and like, they're not that whatever. And then we've played enough of these kind of teams, and then all of a sudden you're playing them, and they just like, you know it's going to happen. They're very smooth, very volleyball IQ savvy. Just as far as the match goes, we let the moment get to us. We started down the hole 2-0. These two girls, another upperclassmen, did not start the match off right. But, I mean, looking at these numbers, we had 290. It's an even match. I mean, it was even. They had 295, 90 dig, we had 88, 5 blocks, so there are 4 blocks. But this is impressive. Laura hit 353. Lauren Bevan hit 500 off 40 attempts. And that's after the horrible first start. So it shows you how much we fought back. Like I told the girls in the locker room, I have mixed emotions because I'm a little pissed and a little angry, like they are, like they should be. But I think a lot of other teams against that kind of team would have quit. And I mean, geez Louise, I mean, we went out classy, we went out with style. The painful part was we were up 8-4 and 11-8. And then all of a sudden we couldn't pass the ball in front of the 10-foot line. All of a sudden we were hitting right to the defenders like we didn't do until set 2. And then all of a sudden they were setting exceptionally tight, which is actually pretty impressive considering what kind of hitters they have. And we were shutting them down, and then all of a sudden we're not taking that little step to our left and blocking. So we didn't take a little step to pass, we didn't take a little step to set up the hit better, we didn't take a little step to block. And that allowed it to come back. But it just mixed emotions because they're good, they are very good, they deserve it. But I've never seen that kind of comeback, and I'm proud of these girls. It's painful because this is a great senior class, really classy girls, and they're going to be missed.
Jason, you guys were down 2-0, and you've already acknowledged not a lot of flow in the game, and then you really seemed to get things clicking in the third. Took all the momentum back your way. What did you say between the second and third, and then what changes do you think your team made to kind of gain that momentum?
The only thing that we changed was blocking. We went to an out-to-in system, which I think works against them, and it did. It neutralized. But the beauty about sport is you get what you deserve. They, matchup-wise, their strength is a negative that we tried to work on all year, defending the slide and this and that and the 6. And number 10 and 22 are amazing. But all I told them in the huddle was, I was like, we're down 2, we're playing like a butt, and but we haven't played our best ball, and we're barely losing. It's errors. We gave them set 1, we gave them like 12 points, I think. And so all I said was, it just makes the comeback sweeter. And I don't know if it really helped that they played a lot more free. But those are the only 2 things that were really said of importance. And other than that, it's just like little individual things to a player.
Haley, it was obvious by the way you played tonight that you left it all out on the floor. Can you talk a little bit about this season and making such a deep run into the NCAA tournament?
Just going back to like fighting for every ball and every point. It's kind of how our motto went this year. So just really good. I mean, that song like started from the bottom out here. Like we really did start from the bottom and just fight through every practice, every game. So I mean, we had our lulls, but shoot, we just fought. So it was good season.
Laura, can you kind of reflect on, when you first got to campus and the last few years and obviously ending in a Final Four of an NCAA tournament, just kind of reflect on that a little bit in the journey?
Well, I think just kind of reflecting on, playing at WT, you see upperclassmen do really big things, go really far. My redshirt freshman year, we made it to the finals at the Elite Eight. So it's like, from that moment, for me, I wanted to continue to be able to do well. So just kind of thinking about all the years, every year was kind of thinking about or desiring to be able to, be at the Elite Eight again, make it to the finals, and hopefully get a championship. So.
Jason, you've already referred to the seniors that are sitting here with you. You want to talk a little bit about them and what they've meant to the season and to the WT program?
Yeah, well, these two girls especially, but we had some saltier girls last year, to say the least, and they're pretty good. But I tried to coach these girls at the beginning of the year, like some of the other players, and these girls are different. But they, Laura, for instance, her teammates are like, get mean, get angry, do something. Haley wants it so bad, you got to pull off on the reins, which I'd rather take any day than having to prod a kid. So. Ashley Davis, we brought her back. Real quick, it's a cool little quick story. Is after our first tournament and the younger kids weren't buying in, Ashley Davis, who's no American for us, hadn't played in a year. She had a very serious health condition. She was running our score clock, and so I asked compliance, and they said she's a student, she's eligible. She wasn't off campus. She could technically come back on, and so we got it cleared with the NCAA. And so Ashley and Kirsten, the girl that ran track for us last year, came back. She's as a freshman in 09, came back and played for us. But we brought them in, and I told them, I said, you're going to do so much more good in practice, you may never see a game. Because Kirsten and Ashley are like these girls. They're competitive, they get work ethic, and they came in and they just pushed practice and made it more fun. So the girls, yeah, you guys go and we're going to practice and play. And Morgan Woodruff from Colorado just wants it. And then we got a transfer named Lee Golden, and it took a while, but when she bought in, and we said, wow, Kia was a DS. I told her no, thank you. She goes, I want to prove you wrong, and so she came in. So that's why this group is good, because we're playing with a bunch of kids that Haley was a role player, Laura was a role player, a DS that I really didn't want to coach. I'm so grateful she came. So. That's why this team was fun, and that's why it's really special. So I want to win as a coach, but I really wanted to get to the finals for these girls, because they prove what sticking with it, they prove what happens when you stick with it. Most people quit too early. Most people in their situation would have quit by their junior year, and they stuck with it, and they're getting rewarded.
Thanks, Coach, and again, congratulations on your season.
Thank you. Great job.